my name is V. Today I'm going to go over my PA3. So first of all, let's move to the request channel.h, which is the parent class. So that we have the name, the side which is the client and the server, and then the write and then read, and then have two strings, which is a bidirectional communication for the constructor, and then also the OpenIBC function is at the pi name, and then the mode. So this the function will be virtual, and then allow the user to choose the method they want to go with. And then the request channel, constructor, destructor, and then series, and then zero. Let's move to the first method. So inside the constructor, they will have the S1 and S2, which is the bi-directional communication. In the server side, they're gonna read and write. Beside that, they're gonna swap. Inside the destructor, they're gonna close and then remove it. With the OpenIBC, they also have the pi name and then the mode. So and then series, right? Let's move to the second method, which is the message queue. They are simply similar. They also have the S1 and 2, which is the bidirectional communication, and then the server side with write and read. Beside that, they're gonna swap, and then the move to the destructor. So they are a little bit different from the first method that we just saw. So inside that, we call the MQ close to close, and then the MQ unclean. And then inside the OpenIBC, we have the bubcap parameter. So this is the one that's playing a very important role in preventing the channel from errors from read and write to the files. So they also have the series and zero. So for the series, we have the bub capacity, which is the maximum number right here. So we want to make sure that we will not go over that. With the sharing memory request channel, they're gonna have their own constructor, and make sure they're gonna like call the ordi, and then the ordi, and then the ordi, and then the SD, and then the send, and then receive. For the send, they're gonna wait ordi, and then they're gonna copy it and then post it, and then in the receive, so everything gonna be revert. So like they're gonna wait on SD, and then post ordi, and then return the link as well. So in the destructor, they're gonna call the close and then the unclean. So they also have the inside the public, they're gonna have the constructor destructor series zero as well. So let me talk about my client.cpp. So inside the client.cpp, first of all, I want to initialize the IBC method, and then the number of channel, which is 1. So we want to make sure that we include all the cases for new channel, file transfer, the IBC method, the request a single point from the file, and then all of them. So I will start the clock right before the child process over here. This is just the starting point to calculate the time. And I put a for loop right here, and then after the message queue right here. So let's talk about the request a single point. So this is one for the one data point, and then this is for 1,000 data point. I will end the clock right here. So like for the request data message, and then for the file chamfer, I want to make sure that I will calculate the file size, which is divided by the number of channels. So like we will make sure that each channel will have equal size. So like this is the one to distribute that. And then if the if it is 0, I wanna make sure I write on it, and then beside that it's gonna append. And then I set the offset where's ended, and then after that I will set it to the where's end. And I also end the clock right here and quit the message. So this the if over here is gonna make sure that they're gonna also send the quit message for the new like channel we create. And then the temp, so like the vector temp over here is gonna make sure that they're gonna delete all the channel that we call before, so like you don't see it appear over here. So like I deleted after we using that. And then also the weight over here, the weight is like the parent gonna wait for the process, the child process. So let's move to the server .cpp. So like the server .cpp is gonna there are like not so many difference. They have the also want to make sure that the new channel we wanna select, which is the FQRM. Sorry, the method which is FQRM. And then for we wanna put it inside the FIMDC. We're gonna read from that the file from that folder, and then we put it in the receipt folder. So they gonna have all the function to do all the things. And then we want to make sure that you added the case AMI9, the M for the buffer capacity, and I for the IBC method. We want to make sure that. Alright, and then also this is the option for the IBC method, and then call the handle process loop after that, and then we make sure to delete that as well. Alright, so let's move to the testing. Alright, so let's make clean everything. So let's call the make get. Alright, so let first of all I want to request a single data point. So let's say my P patient 1 from T0104 E1, and then the number of channel C5 and EF, right? they're gonna show you the value for E1 for the patient 1 at time 0.004 is. So this is 5 channel, and then the time for each channel is gonna display over here as well. So let's move to the request 1K data point. So let's call client P10 E1 C5 and EF. You will see this gonna read from file. Alright, the time for this is gonna be right here, and then we wanna check for the queue method, the message queue. Alright, let's check the final one, which is the M, which is sharing memory request channel. Alright, perfect. So let's move on to the request a 1 megabyte or larger file sleep through a C equal 50 channel. So let's do chunky minus S. Okay, that should be what that should be good. And then let's do client channel EF. Right, each channel will have the equal sign, and then we also get the time for the point to get through it. Okay, let's do if they have any different, like do the comparison. 1 and then okay, so no different. So let's do the requesting to 23 channel. Let's change that to 23. Alright, simply the size should be equal for every channel, and then the time for it through, for getting through. So let's call it different again. So let's say the binary file received, sorry, this file from receive and this file from by IMDC differ. So like there should be have a one actual line, so they should be different because of that. So let's move to the next one, which is the 50, and then the method is Q. Right, should be worth 5. Then call different again, no different. And let's move to 33 channel, 35, sorry, and then app. Alright, so cut different again. Okay, so they gonna detect the difference between the two files. And then let's do client for M in through 50 channel M. Alright, that should work fine. And then also call it different. No different. Let's do the last one, which is a 19 channel. Okay, for F. And let's call it different. Alright, they detect the difference between them. Alright, so I think that should be my performance for PA3. Thank you for listening.